Once there were two friends, a farmer and a shepherd, that lived in faraway land. They grew up together as boys and they were close as brothers. So one day, as grown men, when the shepherd's sheep all fell sick and died, the farmer went to his friend and said, "Please, I do not wish to see your family go hungry. Take half my land and grow food, please." Originally, the shepherd was reluctant, but eventually he agreed, and he took half the farmer's land to raise food. And as he was plowing this land, he discovered a box. He opened the box and it was full of gold. Excited, he took it to his friend and said, "This is yours, this is yours. It is on your land." The farmer said, "No, I gave you this land. It was a gift. Everything on it was yours." The shepherd grew upset and said, "No, I cannot take this. It is too much." Eventually, the two men almost had a falling out. Instead, they went to a wise man who had a great reputation throughout the land. They went and he was instructing his four students that moment and asked him to solve their problem. And instead, the teacher asked the four students. The first student answered, "The gold came from the ground. Neither man wants it. Put it back in the ground." The second student said, "You have come to the teacher to solve the problem. Give gold to the teacher." The third man said, "The land belongs to the Khan. Give the gold to the Khan." The instructor, the teacher, had grown more frustrated with each of these answers. Finally, he turned to the fourth. "What was your answer?" The student said, "Take the gold and build a garden for the poor, so that they may rest easy." The instructor nodded. "This is the best answer. And I will give the land for this garden to be built on. Student, you shall go and you shall select all the things necessary. Take the gold." All of these men were happy with the answer, and so the student set out and went to the city. There he was so excited. He was coming up with the plan of everything that he needed to buy, when suddenly he saw a new camel caravan coming in and had thousands of birds hanging by their feet. Beautiful plumage, all without song, just hung. And he came to the merchant and said, "Please sell me these birds. I must have them." And the merchant laughed and said, "You cannot afford them. These are to the Khan. He will have the feathers, and he will then cook and eat these birds." The student said, "Please sell me them." Once again, the merchant laughed, "You cannot afford them." But the student showed him the gold, and the merchant grew excited. He said, "You can have the birds." So the student took the birds, and he took them off the rack, and he carefully cleaned them and revived all of them until they were able to fly again. And they took off. And they followed him in through the air as he made his way back to town. In his heart, he was full of joy that he had done this great thing, until he got back to the land of his teacher and realized he had given away everything that he needed for the garden, and he tore out his hair. The birds, seeing that he was upset and hearing him lament what he had done, all flew away. And then as time passed, they all came back, holding little rocks in their beaks, and seeds from afar, little twigs of plants, and they all worked the earth, and some dug and freed up the water under the ground to fill beautiful pools, and others started stacking the pebbles and building a huge wall. And the plants that they put in the ground started to grow, beautiful apple trees. And there, as the walls grew, 7 locks appeared on the seven gates. And when the merchants came to see if they could come in to this beautiful garden, the door slammed shut. But when the poor came, they were let in so that they could rest in this beautiful garden. Such was the beauty and the vision of one man.